Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi everyone. This is video number 7 for chapter number 6. Okay, let's continue on the manual charge out and follow up of the record in the manual way. We already covered for the first step, which is on the requesting records and the folder. Now we have a look on after what will happen after the persons or the user fill up the requisition form. So definitely the staff in the file room will do the charge out of the card and also the folder. So what will happen here, where the charging out of the record and the folder will be done in the situation at which they will use the charge out. So what is actually charge out? Charge out is actually the recorded informations that accounts for the records that are removed from the files. Okay, maksud dia charge out ni adalah maklumat yang direkodkan berkaitan dengan rekod yang nak dipinjam. Okay, maksudnya detail berkaitan kita nyatakan kat situ dan kita catatkan dekat charge out ni apa detail rekod yang dipinjam. Okay, so charge out ni selalunya kita akan ada 4 method. Okay, kita ada the out guide, okay, the requisition sheet, the out folder or the carrier folder. So again, mula-mula, okay, for the beginning, for the first step is whereby the user need to fill up the requisition form. Okay, they can fill up the requisition form. So ingat lagi, the requisition form ada 3 copy. One is the original, another 2 is the copy. One original that is where we keep in the requisition file, okay, and there will be another 2 copies, which is one is serve as the what we call as a out guide, and another one will serve as a in the tickler files. So in this charge out system, we actually keep that recorded informations on the borrow record in this way. Okay, so we will have a look on this form method that commonly used by the organization. So first, it is an out guide. So what is the out guide method? Out guide method, as you can see on the screen, okay, is actually the divider. Okay, it is actually the divider with the projection here stated of out. So whenever you take out the file from the shelf, this out guide method, okay, this is the out guide, will be replacing the record. So why we need to put the out guide in that particular place where the record is been retrieved, so that we know there is a folder or there is a records is been borrowed. Okay, that's why we say that the out guide is actually the marker place, which is in bahasa we call penanda. Okay, tempat penanda to show that the record or the folder is been borrowed. Alright, the marker place in the file to shows that a folder or the record have been borrowed. And usually, as you can see here, they are made up in a different color. Okay, they are made up in a different color. So if like say in your storage area in your file room, the file are in a what we call contohnya yellow color. So the out guide di dalam color yang berbeza. For example, like in the orange color. So bila there is a record yang dipinjam, been take out, so this out guide dia akan replacing the place. So daripada jauh sebenarnya, we as the staff in the file room, kita boleh lihat, or there is a folder been taken out from the storage area. So we need to follow up whether the records, okay, it been written in which date. All right, and somehow, all right, the functions of out guide also will help the staff to know who is the borrower. For example, the next day, okay, ada orang lain yang nak pinjam record tersebut. So bila dia cari, dia jumpa tak ada, dia cari tak ada, yang ada adalah out guide ni. So dalam out guide ni, as you can see, the function of out guide bukan sahaja as a marker place, penanda tempat di mana record tu dipinjam, tetapi di out guide ni juga akan diletakkan maklumat berkaitan dengan peminjam. So that when the other borrower want to borrow the record, so we can refer who is actually borrow the record in the current state. Alright, so here they have a two main style of the out guide. Okay, out guide with the pocket on the right side here on the right screen, at which the out guide ni, cut out guide ni, okay, cut keluar ni, okay, in bahasa cut keluar ni, dia ada pocket di sini. Okay, on my left on the screen here is where the out guide with the printed line. So your company can decide whether to use the out guide with the pocket or out guide with the printed line. If you ask me, it's actually both of it as a benefit. Okay, you still remember just now kita kena the first step kita kena fill up the requisition form. So layan requisition form yang kedua, kita boleh simpan di dalam out guide ni. Okay, kita letakkan, kita kepilkan maklumat berkaitan peminjam tu di dalam pocket tersebut. Dan this out guide akan diletakkan dekat tempat menggantikan file yang dipinjam. Okay, or if your company does not want to be to have that way, okay, your company can choose this out guide with printed line. So, kebaikan dia adalah you akan fill up, okay, and you are still kebaikan dia is actually you are alert on the data is the records yang dipinjam. Maksudnya sebab staff di situ yang kena fill up the record. Tetapi, okay, kelemahan dia adalah you do a double work. Okay, maksudnya peminjam dah isi dah requisition form, tapi you kena ambil balik data daripada requisition form tu untuk fill up dekat sini. Okay, kenapa kena fill up dekat sini? Sebab okay, bila mana ada orang lain yang nak pinjam file tersebut tapi file tersebut tak ada, so bila dia pergi dekat tempat tu, yang hanya ada adalah out guide. Okay, bila out guide tu dia akan tarik and then dia akan baca dekat situ siapa peminjam tersebut. Why? Because in a certain situation, peminjam kedua ni dia perlukan dengan kadar segera rekod tersebut, especially in the situations of the emergency or the immediate decision making. So out guide with pocket, which is I explained just now, is actually made up on the verb for durable and reuse. Maksud durability, sorry. Okay, which is selalunya out guide with pocket ni diperbuat daripada bahan yang tahan lasak. Sebab apa? Dia akan di-reuse. Okay, diguna pakai. Maksud dia kalau contoh dia, file yang dipinjam telah dipulangkan. So, bila file yang dipinjam telah dipulangkan, you akan keluarkan out guide ni dan masukkan balik file tersebut. So, out guide ni awak boleh guna untuk file yang lain. Alright. And as you can see, there is a pocket, right? Like I mentioned just now, in the upper right corner to hold the positions of the form, requisition form yang dia kena fill up. And some of the out guide with pocket ni, pocket dia tidak berada di sebelah right corner of upper right corner of the out guide. It can be on at the middle and etc. Alright. And meanwhile, for the out guide with the printed lines, as you can see on the left here, is actually also known as the out card, at which is made up from the manila, okay, manila card, okay, usually with the tab of out. Okay, as you can see, both of it as a tab which been written with the words out. Okay, kenapa kena tab tu ada written perkataan out or in bahasa Melayu keluar, menunjukkan file tersebut telah dipinjam. Alright. And definitely, like I mentioned just now, if you use the out guide with the printed line, you need to fill up the informations at the printed line. Okay. And the information will include usually the name of the borrower, the reference to the borrow material, apa rujukan kepada bahan yang dipinjam. Alright. And the charge out date for the record. Tarikh record itu. Tarikh charge out diletak untuk borrower record. Okay, so the next one, this is example of charge out log. Okay, this one is mainly for the pre-printed line. for out guide. Alright. So the next method for charge out, okay, we will use the requisition sheet method. So requisition sheet method is actually the sheets, okay, is a form of sheets, alright, which request for the records that also serve as a marketplace in the folder for a charge out paper. Ini yang saya sebut tadi, di mana helaian kedua requisition form kita akan guna pakai untuk masukkan di dalam folder tersebut. Okay, so the procedure just now, okay, like I mentioned, untuk requisition form, okay, the original is 1 and there will be another 2 copy. So when they prepare the original, there will be another 2 copy, and one to put as a art guide, another one as a tickler in the tickler file. Alright. So here, okay, like I mentioned just now, alright, one copy in the file folder, another one copy will be on the follow-up file, ataupun kita panggil tickler file. Alright, you can refer to page number 98. Alright, so the method number 3 for doing a charge out, okay, the out guide will be the out folder method. Out folder method is the other method in which, okay, you use as a substitute for a folder that has been removed from the records area. Ada setengah company dia lebih prefer, okay, untuk menggantikan tempat record yang dipinjam tu, dia akan letak out folder. Dia akan letak satu folder kosong yang kita panggil out folder. Sebab apa dia kena letak pengganti out folder ni? Sebab ada setengah records, okay, dia akan terima even though record tu dipinjam, tetapi mungkin ada record lain berkaitan dengan record tersebut akan dimasukkan. Sebagai contoh, contohnya record pelajar. Okay, kalau record pelajar dipinjam, there will be another folder, the empty folder akan reserve as a out folder method, di mana contohnya surat menyurat berkaitan dengan pelajar ataupun correspondent, dia akan letak dekat dalam file tersebut. Dan selalunya out folder, tadi out guide penanda, yang ini out folder, dia letak dalam bentuk folder. Selalunya folder ni dia akan it's actually made up from distinctive color. Color dia akan berbeza dengan color folder biasa. Contohnya tadi we use the yellow folder for the standard folder, but for the out folder kita akan mungkin color yang berbeza supaya kita dapat lihat perbezaan yang itu adalah folder sementara. Okay, in bahasa we call folder sementara. Okay, and this out folder also can have with the pocket, or it's have a printed line seams with the out guide just now. Alright, and the procedure with using the out folder with the pocket charge out sama juga. Kita akan prepare the requisition form ni. Why? In the duplicate, I sebut tadi, kita ada 3 ya. First original, 2 is the copy, where the one you need to keep in the pocket in the out folder, and to substitute dia menggantikan, okay, menggantikan original folder. Okay, while the other one of the requisition sheet you need to keep in the follow-up file or the tickler file. So what will happen here, okay, is whereby, okay, for the print, that's just one is about the pocket, the folder, out folder for with have a pocket. Another one is out folder with the printed line. As usual, the printed line you need to fill up the information at the given printed line. Okay, and the next slide I will continue for the method number 4. It's been used to replace as a out guide. So there is a distinctive, okay, remember perbezaan di antara, okay, out folder method dengan yang terakhir adalah carrier folder. Remember out folder ni sebenarnya mengganti folder sementara, okay, di dalam file room, okay, di mana menggantikan tempat untuk record yang dimasukkan untuk file tersebut. So the next video will talk about the carrier folder method. Stay tuned with me.